Yeah, I'm like refreshing. It's EGF SSBU, right? That's the stream we're usually on.
Oh no.
That's funny though. That's insane. That's crazy. Hey, that's fine. That was our warm up. Anyway, what is up, guys? My name is Fang, joined by the lovely Duramgar. We are here for week number 7, I believe, in terms of the EGF Collegiate League. So I'm very excited. We got some great schools today. I know for our first block, we've got Siena College versus Niagara University. Then we got St. John's versus Manhattan College. After that, we've got the University of Connecticut versus Marquette University. And to round off our night, we've got Fairfield University versus Marist College. We've got some very skilled schools. I'm really excited to see Siena play. Niagara's been more of an up and down school in this league thus far, but I think Siena lost last week, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they did lose to St. Peter's University last week, so that is something out there as well. But this is the second to last chance for some of these schools to either take a lead or get themselves on the board. We only have one more week left after this in the league itself, so I'm very excited to see what schools can kind of pour it on for the finish. And yeah, so that's really all I gotta say at that. Dara, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Kind of an uneventful day. But I'm just excited to be commentating Super Smash Bros. With my good friend, the Fan9S. And so before we jump into today's matches, I just want to go over a couple of quick little announcements and things that you guys should do. Guys, I have here a nice large bottle of water to keep myself hydrated throughout the night, and I highly recommend that you do the same. You gotta use it to live, man. It keeps your skin nice and clear. And number 2, every now and then you're just gonna want to get up and stretch a little bit, loosen up those tendons, make sure that blood is pumping. And speaking of blood pumping, exhilarating action, I think we've got a video game in front of us, Sean.
Oh, do we? We got a game already.
Actually, maybe, because I heard the arena sound, and then, there we go.
Oh, we're just jumping. We're diving in. We're
diving great into it.
We're screeching in.
So we're gonna be seeing M. Brock from Niagara up against
Waffle.
Waffle, yeah.
Waffle Sonic, and I believe Waffle is one of the. This M. Brock, I believe, is one of the, if not the strongest player on Niagara's roster. So I like the fact that they let off with their strongest player to boot. Waffle, in his own right, though, we have seen him kill it these previous weeks, although last week he was unable to get a single point on the board, so hopefully my man will be able to make up for that this week here against M. Brock. This is going to be a toughie, though. M. Brock, pretty much one of the best players, and we're already off to a great start this week. All right, in the spirit of this, this does happen sometimes. Dill, is this you on your own Switch, Dill? I love the name for your Switch. Big Bagel. So yeah, this does happen sometimes. We will be waiting for one of these schools to take the W here. So yeah, this has happened weeks before. Very often, I must say, with Niagara University. But I digress. This does happen. So we're gonna be seeing, the waifu from the sword waifu from Xenoblade shooting lightning at Tingle. And we're going to be seeing which one of them is going to take it over the other one. We're going to get the report from Dill afterwards as to what the stock count was. In the meantime, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing great? I hope everybody's doing at least okay. Guys, I mentioned this before, but we were not live at the time. Make sure you floss frequently and make sure you brush every single day, and even sometimes rinse with some Listerine or fluoride or something like that. Because I went to the dentist today and I floss at least once a week. I brush every single day. I tend to stay away from sweets and sugary drinks most of the time. As you can see, I'm drinking a iced tea lemonade combo drink right now. But they still found me with like 3 tiny cavities. So make sure you guys are taking care of your teeth, because if you want to be able to enjoy the things you eat without experiencing pain, because once you do get those little holes drilled and filled in your mouth, eating might not be the same. So, preserve your quality of life, because overall it'll be so much more beneficial to your mental health if you're not in constant pain while you're eating. If you like eating sweets, that's fine too. Just make sure you brush and take care of your teeth. Like, it's super duper important. And make sure you go for a cleaning at least twice a year, Even without insurance, a cleaning rate is still pretty cheap in relative to everything else medically. So make sure you get that done. I made the mistake of only getting my teeth cleaned once within the last 11 months. You want to go every 6 months to make sure you do that. Please do that. Please. I am trying to educate the youth here. Trying to educate you young, impressionable college students, because it's important to take care of yourself. You can be a mess in every other facet of your life. Make sure you take care of your teeth, man. Those things don't grow on trees.
Well said. I was gonna say the same exact. As a matter of fact, I was gonna say all of that ad verbatim. But on a similar note, let's talk about mental health and how you can keep yourself sane with Pokemon cards. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys like Smash Bros, you'd really enjoy playing Pokemon TCG. I really recommend it. It's a good esport to sink too much money and no time at all into. So if you ever need a way to kill some time, go pick up yourself a nice box, go pull a few cards, and just be able to put it down. I've been getting into it myself recently. I highly recommend. Sean, have you ever had any experience with TCG? What's going on with you?
I have zero experience with TCG. I remember I used to get the card packs when I was a kid, but I had no clue how the game itself worked or anything like that. I just was like, ooh, Pikachu, pretty. Whoa, I got a Bulbasaur. That was the extent of it. And then they'd go into a drawer and then sit there for years. So, but I've heard it's very expensive, and you can cash out pretty nicely. You could be even positive.
And speaking of, there's no transition. There's no way. I don't know what I was gonna say to that one either. It seems as though they were done with the first game. So, Dill, what's the sauce? Who won? What's going on, buddy? And what's like the stock count? We'll find out in the near future.
It looks like Siena College actually won with a 2-stock.
Ooh, okay, Waffle.
Oh, and Sean, I don't suppose you could link me the spreadsheet for today.
Spreadsheet, yes, I can link it to you right now. In fact,
yeah.
Let me get that over to you.
Okay, taking it to O. So that's gonna be Sonic 2 games over Rob on that one. And again, like leads this early on into the career battle don't really mean too much. Like it's like all about like you really don't want to like start off on like a 7-point deficit like we've seen a couple of those so far, because I feel like starting off on a note like that is just really, really tough to get back from, and is usually indicative of things to come. So I'm just curious how things are going to go from here. Unfortunately, can't give you any sauce on the game that just transpired. So we're going to be coming into this one nice and fresh. Hopefully, whatever adjustments that need to be made were made. And yeah.
Yeah, well said. So we're hopping into FD Game 2. We do have a resident Rob player right here actually running our stream today in trade of the Pokemon trainer player we usually have. So Dill, I actually want some of your insight on this one. What do you think about this stage? And what do you think about this matchup in general? I don't know if they can hear you, but you can just relay it into my ears if you want.
They can hear me. So Rob Sonic is kind of a difficult matchup, only if Sonic can get early kills on Rob. So like really something like FD, you just want to like look out for like those spin shot forward airs off the side. But besides that, it's a real struggle for Sonic to actually get significant hits on Rob.
Is it just because he has like he can be halted, I guess, so much in his like navigating of the stage, like gyro and laser? I feel like do pretty good jobs of keeping him at bay. Plus, like Rob can box, I feel like pretty well.
Oh boy!
And here we go again. Here we go again.
Oh boy, man. That's just tough. We just have to hold them.
No, so Waffle and Embrock getting no screen time today. That's fine. We're okay with that. We will see what the report is. These things again do happen. So, welcome back. If we had replays today, Devin, I guarantee, would just be spamming the few interactions that occurred over and over again.
Devin just like queues up like the most mundane interactions, like Sonic. It could literally be Sonic's spin dash photo, and Devin would just put it on like 0.25 slow mo, just really, really show it to us. Ugh.
It do be like that. It honestly do be like that sometimes. And that's fine. We're here to chill. We're here to have a good time and commentate some Smash. Hopefully, we will see how this will progress. But Embrock might be going down, honestly. Waffle getting a 2-stock game 1. I feel like that speaks volumes for how Siena College plans to lead off the day. And I believe they got Zoroy versus the man, the myth, the god, the legend. Just the pariah.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm using that word correctly.
I don't know if you want
It's
to,
the
but
man.
let's go with it.
It's the man. It's Tev. We got Tev coming up against Zoroy, who I think we're going to be seeing some...
the one and only?
I believe we're going to be seeing some Bowser and Luigi.
I sure hope we get to see it, like, at all. That would be nice.
Yeah, I would like to see at some point. I would like that sense returned to me at some point.
Man, so we just kind of have to hold that right now, and just so to be like, I think Sonic will win this one based off of the last game.
So if you look at chat right now, they're live. Zoroy is live sharing the info with us.
Sonic took another stock. Sonic got 150%. Sonic lost the stock. Oh man, that's unfortunate. It's looking like an even game right now. Rob's sitting at an 83%. No 3-stock. Tragic.
So let me see some of your best polls so far, Dara, in terms of Pokemon.
Ooh, I'm so glad that you asked.
Let me see your finest cards, your most expensive
my finest cards
and awesome, and your personal favorites.
So yesterday I pulled this Pikachu.
Oh my god,
Isn't he huge?
He's chunky.
He's massive.
That's a massive chonker right there.
So he's like, I don't even know how much he goes for, like $20 now.
That's a chunky boy.
He goes for like 20. And then I also got this Zacian.
Oh, that's cool. I love Zacian.
And that's like $8, I believe, something along those lines.
Good
but I would like to show you my Goo Goo Gaga baby deck. So basically, allow me to explain. I play the best deck in the game because I have no respect for my friends. But just like that, music to my ears, I hear the arena.
That's right.
Open up. What do we
we're
got
gonna
going
hear.
on,
We're gonna hear a live Dill news flash coming in hot.
Coming
Dill,
in
what
hot.
do you got for us?
Coming ready.
I have asked them what the stocks are, and they haven't told me yet. Oh, it's a 2-stock from Siena, 2-0.
Okay, there you go. So Waffle gonna be taking it over Embrock, landing Siena a fat 6 points off the bat. That's kind of huge. I feel like Embrock is one of, if not the best player on Niagara's roster. Quite frequently, I think he's got a pretty good win rate when he does step up to the plate here today. So Waffle gonna be taking it, redeeming himself from last week. I think all the hopes really rest on both Tev and Fiction. I think those are also two pretty strong players from Niagara. But Siena does have some killers still left in the cut. Zoroy is very, very good in his own right. Knight, the Shulk player, is also quite incredible. Pongo also is pretty good as well. And Bivers ain't too bad to boot either. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I do think we're gonna, if we do actually end up being able to see any of the games, guys. Ultimate Wi-Fi. It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that. It does exist.
Like that. Yeah. It's actually really interesting to see both of these schools go at it because I feel like they're some of maybe like the most menacing competitors that we've seen, in this league so far. They've been consistently performing super, super well. With a handful of players that just they're up in there, and they stay there. So I'm just curious to see how it'll go, man.
Yeah.
I really do wish we got to see that last game. I think it would have been exciting.
You know what? Sonic Rob, I can't think of anything more enthralling in my entire life to watch, personally. But
Cheers
next
to
up, next up, we're going to be getting Zoroi and Dark Cat, I believe, if the layout is correct. We're going to be seeing, I believe, Bowser versus Dark Samus, I believe. Let's go, Dill. I've seen your work on the PRs, Dill. You know how to make a spreadsheet look nice. I gotta say. Just the little things. It's the little things.
So yeah, Zoroi and Dark Cat. If it's gonna be Bowser Samus, I mean, it's gonna be Bowser Samus. It's gonna be just gonna be on Doug Samus just to play really patient and reserved and press buttons on the other side of the stage and punish Bowser for overcommitting and taking him to nice big stages, because otherwise, you don't want Bowser that close to you, do you? Not in the slightest.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's just gonna be like I think it's just gonna just preemptively, I'm guessing it's gonna be like a bit of a game of cat and mouse. And so as long as Dark Samus doesn't overcommit, it should be all good for them. Also, I thank you, Zoroi, in the chat for pointing out that Niagara University should not actually have any points right now.
And why is that?
Because they didn't win anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They got 2 points. I didn't even see that. But definitely, we're good.
Good job, Dill.
Good job, Dill. You're doing a great job. I don't know how often you've streamed things, Dill, but
you're doing a good job, Dill.
Doing a great job.
A fantastic one. But yeah. So that's just like my pre-game, anticipation or expectation.
Pre-game anticipation.
Pre-game expectation of how it's going to go. Any thoughts on the matchup, Sean? Dark Samus, Bowser?
I feel like Dark Samus can mess up Bowser, as can any character on this roster. However, I'd say that Bowser typically doesn't have a lot of difficulty getting in on zoners just because he's so big and quick, and his hitboxes come out pretty hard. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of approaching forward air, I'd imagine, or just punishing Dark Cat's with. I know Dark Cat is a player that has known to kind of go on the retreat a lot of the time, and when he does get caught in the corner, he does tend to struggle a little bit. So I want to see Zoroi really press advantage. That being said, I haven't really seen enough of Zoroi's gameplay to really say what Dark Cat should probably be doing here. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I really want to see Dark Cat take full advantage of Bowser's big size and just keep comboing him, like push your advantage as hard as you can while still, not overextending. I think that's super duper important to do against Bowser, because he is an execution test. He does really test at how well you can play this game. He has very basic tools, very basic punishes. He's pretty much a litmus test for if you are a good player and if you know how to approach safely or do smart things on your opponent. So
yeah, I really like that comparison to a litmus test. I feel like he teaches both the player and the person you're fighting against how to play with your shield. I feel like there are a few characters that are as apparent and conditioning and punishing shield as Bowser. I feel like that's what his kit really does.
Yeah.
They get you comfy, to do all these options, and suddenly they start, frame 6 grabbing you out of shield, and you overextending on theirs, and it's just if you know, and if you don't know, you don't know, and if you don't know, you may or may not explode.
Yeah, well said. I can't believe it already gets dark outside at 4:30.
It's already dark outside?
Yeah, look outside. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I actually haven't been outside in a minute, and I keep all of my curtains closed. So, what can I say? I'm goth. I'm different.
Built different.
That being said,
my. Okay.
So remember everything we said about Bowser? So all of that time that we spent.
This is Zoro's pocket.
Yeah.
So we have seen this character from Zoro before, and I'm always willing and ready to watch some Banjo gameplay. I do think he can be a cool character. Sometimes, he's got some pretty basic tools as well, but also he's got a little bit of nuance to his kit and how, his zoning tools, I feel like, are not like other characters. I feel like you really need to know how to use them if you are going to play Banjo.
Oh boy, this game.
Oh yeah. No, we're seeing it already. We're seeing it in spades currently.
This connection is like one bad lag spike away from dying completely.
Yeah, we might get the fat desync.
It's
Which
on
is,
its last
you know,
legs.
It could happen. I remember Zoroi made an incredible comeback on the Bowser player last week, like getting reverse 3-stocking them because I know he tried the Ditto and he didn't like it too much, so he switched to Banjo. That being said, Dark Cat doing a great job thus far. It looks like they've discovered a little bit of how to play around a character that you want to stay off of completely. We're seeing it right now, though, for sure. You know, we are waiting. It's looking like a Mario Water level right now, but we're pretty good.
Yeah, I've got to say this one's looking pretty tough, buddy. But gets the backfield, gets a little bit of stage control going. Banjo almost falling directly into that charge shot, which really would have been unfortunate. A fantastic whiff punish on that side B there. That's exactly what we have to do. You know, honestly, like punishing Banjo side B on shield is like a lot of just understanding at what point in the animation is he? How much farther is he gonna go? Because sometimes he crosses you up so far that you literally can't even get a punish him. That's
true.
You gotta know that kind of stuff, and you can't overcommit, even if you really, really want to.
Especially,
oh my God.
Yeah, especially on Wi-Fi with the amount of latency we're seeing right now. You know, it is very, very important to really keep on your toes when you're playing Banjo. Wonder Wing does come at you pretty quick, and it hits pretty damn hard. So you have to really be wary of where you are, your positioning, if you can get trapped by it, if you're able to shield. And oh boy, we are we are seeing a dive right now in terms of connection quality between the two schools, which is weird because I believe this is upstate. Granted, this is very upstate New York against I believe Siena is in New Jersey, if I recall correctly. So it
geographically speaking, it's not even all that bad, but maybe something is going on with that Siena, that Siena switch. Who knows?
Your guess is honestly as good as mine, Dara.
Oh my goodness!
This is still a first game too. This is only the first game we're seeing right now, so
it's only technically 2 minutes in, even though it's like closer to 4. I love this. This is fantastic.
It do be like that,
Oh no, the misspace neutral are just gonna be quickly hit out by the Wonder Wing.
But we are seeing a lead from Dark Cat right now, already off the bat. I'm just awaiting the moment where we just get kicked out. I'm like waiting, baby.
Sean, it's keeping us in there.
Oh boy, yeah, it's trying its hardest. We're hanging by thread right now. Holy moly. Oh, both of these schools are actually in New York. Sorry, I misspoke. So really, the connection should not be this bad. Granted that Niagara University is literally right on the border of New York and Canada, or rather the U.S. and Canada. So, and like Siena College is upstate as well. Are we seeing it?
That's it. No.
Oh, we're still in it. Let's go. He's hanging in there. Ooh. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Hang in there. Oh, there we go. Holy moly. Oh. And we're back. We're back. Okay. Nope. We're gone again. We're gone again. Oh, we're back. Great Wonder Wing right there by Zoroi.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna pause commentary every time this screen pauses. So my point will continue once the And we're back into it once again. Zoroi deploying the down air right there. Dark Cat gonna be whiffing that down tilt right there. And we're gonna be seeing the charge shot coming out. Okay. Dark Cat looking great right now, using really everything in his environment, including the connection to his advantage right now. And looks like, okay, we've ironed out a little bit. The connection is looking pretty okay. And the Wonder Wing is going to come out right there. Excellent clip right there. Okay, the charge shot being deployed right there. I like it a lot. And really, we could just admire this stellar animation work that has been gone. Look at how many frames had to be carefully animated to make this game look as beautiful as it is right now, because honestly, this is incredible. You know, we're seeing the charge shot right there,
There it is, baby. There it is.
and
That's
we're
what
booted.
we've been waiting for.
And we're
Woo.
booted.
Oh my God.
Are they still in it? They're still in it. They're still in it. We got kicked out. They're still, maybe with one less person watching the match, maybe the connection will iron itself out.
Sean, that is hands down, and I've seen a lot of it. That is hands down
That's the worst connection I've ever seen in my life.
I had never seen two Nintendo Switches connected to LAN. Always one of them got to be Wi-Fi.
Even Dill's profile picture is like mortified. Even Celeste is like, oh dear, this connection is horrible.
Oh my God. That was just unwatchable.
So how are we doing, chat? Are we doing okay?
That was incredible.
I feel like that's like the Smash equivalent of sitting through an earthquake. You know, you just kind of have to ride out the terror until it's over. Just kind of stabilize yourself a little bit. So yeah, thank you, Sakurai, for your wonderful netcode. Once again, we
much
appreciate
appreciated, baby. Guys, let's all blow Sakurai a kiss. Let's all. We're gonna. That's for him.
He works hard.
Maybe he works really hard. He's been looking mad stressed recently. I hope he's doing.
I don't think so. Everyone's like, oh God, he's so stressed and stuff like that. But every broadcast I see and every like update he tweets is just like, yeah, I messed up my hands again by working too hard. Oops, I'll make sure to be better about it in the future or something like that.
Is
it's
that
just
not
like
depressing to you?
It is depressing, but it's low key on him to kind of like manage his health a little bit better. Like you can't sacrifice. Like I don't know what the development cycle is for video games and like how many deadlines you have to meet and stuff like that. But you got to take care of yourself first and foremost, you know.
Take care of yourself, guys.
So.
Oh my God, Sean, I couldn't speak for any of that. I don't know if you saw me.
You were lagging in real life.
I was lagging. Yeah, if you can, I was dead. I am actually just in shock that the game took so long to boot us out. That the game took that long. Like it was just going through the motions.
It was early hanging on though by a thread, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's really trying itself.
It was like thinking about it, you know. It was like really thinking about these inputs. So
I think we do have a result here. I don't know what the protocol is going to be going forward from here, but work environment is hella different in Japan. I believe it.
Yeah.
I would genuinely. Yeah, I think it might be a little more rigorous.
Yeah, especially like the corporate structure in Japan is like notoriously, it's very difficult and very stressful for a lot of people involved. You know, it's a society based around work.
Yeah, I can't really say like, oh, gotta take care of yourself first, because maybe those are the conditions that are enforced there. Maybe people are forced to work that hard, which is very unfortunate. But I hope Mr. Sakurai is taking care of himself to some capacity. He does go to the gym and stuff like that and works out. So like my man is definitely out here like managing his health pretty well.
All right, guys. So we had a one-stock win from Niagara, and we're gonna try switching hosts and see if it's any better.
All right, so Dark Cat managing to win the PowerPoint presentation. He did get an A+ on his presentation. How to charge shot really well. Zore unfortunately going to be placing bottom of the class there. His presentation wasn't as good, but it is okay. So we're going to be hopping into another match, maybe switching up the hosts around here. I'm sure everyone heard Dill say that, so I probably just sound like a crazy person for repeating it. But yeah, so we eagerly await the continuation of this crew battle right here.
Zugori's not looking too happy in chat. And,
I wouldn't either, honestly. If I lost a game based on the connection, you know, like that, I'd be pretty tight too, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'd be pretty livid as well. That was difficult, guys. This is the environment in which we play. Just gotta keep on powering through and holding on to hope.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. There really is nothing else to say about that. That's just a tough situation.
It's rough out here.
I don't really know what to say about it, fam. That's, you know,
there's nothing to say about it, honestly. It's just the hand that's been drawn.
I felt like what we were looking at too. It's like, okay, well, you know, they're just like picking a move every now and then. You know, The point of Smash is supposed to be like quick decision making. Right?
Point
Like,
of Smash is to have fun.
well, I don't know about that. But like in any fighting game, right? It's about like your ability to feel like it's your ability to make good decisions on a timer, right? Because your opponent is doing things and you have to like just be able to pick good options, not even the best options sometimes. So when it becomes a slideshow,
you have all the time in the world to be making good decisions at that point. I feel like you have all the time to anticipate what your opponent is going to do and mash the input that will benefit you the most. Because if that's what Smash becomes at that point, you have to adapt to the environment.
Yep. And that's why people aren't too big of a fan of Wi-Fi play, because it takes almost, on one hand, the latency makes it less reactive, but when it starts dropping frames like that, it makes the game hyper reactive, where like you can literally see what your opponent is doing and then press a button in response to it.
So is what I'm hearing is that regular Smash is like blitz chess versus...
Yes.
No one wants to play slow chess. That's why
nobody wants to play. Yeah, nobody wants to play slow chess because it takes away the whole point of playing a fighting game if you can think for a long time about your decisions.
Yeah.
Because if you have a chessboard and you're playing with somebody, you can, and it's not on a timer, you could theoretically just sit there and plan out every single move and think about the best possible move. And that's why chess on a timer is bad, and you shouldn't do that. You should put it on like tops 5 minutes if you really want to exercise your decision-making skills. Chess is a fighting game, by the way, and so is rock, paper, scissors. Mm-hmm.
Is it a fighting game?
It is a fighting game.
I feel like rock, paper, scissors is more luck-based.
Nah, you should play modified rock, paper, scissors. Well, no, seriously, all fighting games is a variation of rock, paper, scissors.
It's true.
It's you give paper 2 points instead of 1, and go ahead and try to play that. And with that being said, we're gonna be seeing a little bit of Dark Samus, a little bit of Bowser. God, my fingers are crossed. Oh, yeah, baby.
Uh-oh.
I like my chicken cutlet extra crispy.
So I know Devin can usually check who's the one dropping the packets most of the time.
Any sauce on that, Dill?
I don't know if Dill's able to do that at all, but right now, Zoroi, I do like the character switch for Zoroi. I think if you're in these conditions, you have to play to the best of your ability and switch to a character that you won't need as many interactions with to hit super hard. So I definitely like the swap here. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, boy.
This is tough. This is a tough.
This is rough. This is rough, buddy.
The only damage that Zoroi has put on so far was from 2 down airs, and I just think that's hilarious.
This looks literally unplayable, I feel like.
Like, oh no, what are you jabbing? Dark Samus on the other side of the stage completely.
Oh boy.
Just running away, just not interacting at all, not having any part of it. Just look at that. Sat there, waited for them to whiff a button. Because guys, this is uber reactive chess.
I feel for Zoroi too, honestly, in this situation.
This is pain. This is some kind of pain.
I have to assume that the connection fault lies with Niagara. Just based on what Devin has told me in the past about the connections and stuff like that.
Unbelievable. The audacity.
But I could be wrong. It could be Siena. We don't know. Either way, we're making the best of this situation, as you can see. And
Siena just holding down the sledge, able to get consecutive down tilts, not able to cover to go back onto the stage in time. That up smash still going to be able to hit through the shield. I think they just dropped the shield a little bit too early.
Okay.
Right now going to be controlling the stage. Tries to go for another down tilt 2 frame, which honestly is not optimal, guys. It should be, it's 2020. We do F tilt, okay?
If I were Zoroi, honestly, at this point, I would just be playing as basic and execution testy as possible. So lots of uppies out of shield. Command grab when you can. Just use every cheeky or cheesy option you have at your disposal.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
Just press spot dodge like a year in advance, but still being able to clean up the stock, with the charge shot into the dash attack.
Well, Wildcat in chat does make a fair point. You know, finals are coming up soon, so these guys are just gearing up their final PowerPoint presentations and stuff like that.
Did Wildcat type that in the middle of playing?
He did. No, dark. Oh, yeah. It's Dark Cat.
Dark Cat. Excuse me. Yeah. I feel like for a second they turned off like the microwave, but now we're back into the heat of things, baby. That's not gonna be able to kill quite yet. Bowser, of course, being the heaviest character in the game, but anybody else that would have most definitely like stolen the stock. I feel. Ooh, the high up B gonna be just hitting the down B, getting the F smash off. Gotta say, Dark Cat kind of looking into element right now, looking super comfortable, spaced themselves beautifully around that up attack.
Yeah, and apparently the campus Wi-Fi for Niagara is super inconsistent, according to somebody in chat. Everything is remote, so they're all on different consoles, which basically means that everything is scrambled super hard. I'd have to borrow some Canadian Wi-Fi from them, honestly.
No, still going to be able to live as long as he mashed that up. He gets back onto the stage. I like the up just to go back onto the platform, but did not shield in time. Yeah,
guys, this is why it's super important to have a LAN cable when you are playing online Smash. It is very, very important. Literally, the game is literally. I don't care if you're like, well, my Wi-Fi is usually good. Why unwired internet is super duper prone to drops and stuff like that. You will lose a ton of packets, and it is not reliable. You need to get an Ethernet adapter. It is literally it's literally like $10. You can literally buy one for $10. And if you need a cable to link from your router, just buy a super long one, tape it to the wall, route it through your ceiling. Do what you gotta do. Like. We are in 2020. Not having a LAN adapter is unacceptable if you are planning to play online. I'm sorry to be harsh, but like, it's true. You really, really need to make sure you have the best connection possible to make things easy for yourself and your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, this is genuinely unplayable. I applaud both of these players for still sticking with this one and not just running off the stage. So they're stronger people than I am. But that being said, but now it's getting to the point where they can kind of do things. A fantastic F tilt, just catching the landing onto the stage. You can't get that's what happens when you stall a little bit too much. I feel like you just kind of leave yourself vulnerable when you don't have a lead on it.
It's a double spot dodge. They both spot dodge. Either way, though, this is what it is at this point. Hopefully the league will have change up their rule set or something in the future. But for now, this is, I believe, the first testing phase for this Ultimate Collegiate, if I recall correctly. I don't know if they've had other seasons in the past, but this is the first one I've been on board for.
This is
it's this season. Okay, yeah, my bad. So yeah, they have, it's still, we're still ironing stuff out for future seasons. Either way, yeah. So I don't know what the call on that one is going to be. Quite unfortunate, honestly. You kind of hate to see it, but that being said, Niagara is going to take that one, despite the connection. So, yeah. Kind of tragic.
Yeah, tragic indeed. There really isn't anything to say about that game. Zugoi wants a lag test.
I don't know what the grounds for rules and stuff like that is. That's the thing, I don't know what the league rules are on that front.
We're gonna have to throw that to the TOs.
Yeah, it's true.
And just have them figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
This connection, I mean, it's just illegal, friend. It's a crime.
That's some criminal connection right there. That is life sentence connection. Put him in jail connection.
Yeah. Oh well, and that's why, for the sake of everybody's mental health, I recommend, if you do not have a LAN adapter, the best thing to do might be sometimes just to either play on training mode, with spirits maybe, if you're into that kind of thing, or just not play the game at all. You could play Tekken if you're into fighting games. That'd be kind of sick. Any thoughts on Tekken, Sean? Have you ever played it?
I've played Tekken one time, and Bartek showed me one combo, and he was like, "I'll give you $5 if you get a 4-hit combo," and I couldn't do it in 3 tries. So you do need to learn your sequences of combos. It's definitely different and less freeform than Smash, I feel like. which is why personally I think Smash is the ultimate fighting game, but I'm not a fighting game player, so there's no credence at all for me to be making those comments.
Yeah, that's an opinion that will get a couple of people upset, maybe. But
Oh
you
yeah,
know what?
you know what? Not the first time I've got.
We're
people
here to
upset.
keep it real. No matter how controversial we are,
That's true. We're trying to keep it 100 with y'all. Honestly,
we're trying to
I
keep
feel
it
like
100. We're
gotta be
trying
honest.
to keep it a stack. We wouldn't ever say anything untrue to our audience or something that we don't believe in.
This song. Shouts to Dill for putting these. Devin's always put on these epic songs, but Dill is just like, I'm gonna let you vibe. I'm gonna let y'all vibe real quick.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all catch a vibe real quick. I appreciate
this. Santa wants more. They're coming back, ready to meet.
Yeah, they're angry, dude. They're ready.
I'd be.
They are all on one switch. So if the connection issues do rest with them, it would have to be a consistent thing. But my assumption is that it's on the Niagara boys, just because they did have one switch with such an inconsistent connection. It's kind of meh, but we've been seeing varying connection quality between all the sets, which makes me believe that it is Niagara. But I think they are moving on ahead anyway, so the score is going to be 6-4. Siena College still being up 2 points, so we'll see how it goes. But enough about all that chit chat. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, the goat, the god, the gambler, the Luigi Combler, Mr. Tev, Mr. Niagara University Tev, the Tev.
Goodness.
Yes. Try to contain yourself, Dara.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you can.
When Tev walks into the room, everybody stares. When Tev enters the classroom, all the girls are looking at him. When Tev enters the dining hall, people ask, "Hey, let me give you some swipes." Let me give you some free credits for some food. When Tev goes to office hours with his professors are like, Tev, you're a good student. Tev is what we should all strive to be in a human being. Honestly, at this point, I feel like, just given the reputation that precedes him, So get your simp cards out. Get ready to simp OT hard because Tev is here. This has been a constant throughout the entire season. It's just that Tev is basically next to Christ in terms of reputation.
Really? Wow.
I feel that.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I was gonna say the same thing.
just identical.
So when Tev plays the game and the connection is bad, the opponent apologizes.
Mm-hmm. Because they know who's responsible.
Tev actually doesn't know how to swim, but water just kind of he's basically what Chuck Norris was, back in the early 2000s when that meme was funny. Tev is ascended, honestly. Chuck Norris checks on who's bed for Tev.
Hey Sean, I'm just gonna check up on you. You okay, buddy?
I think I've lost my mind. I think it's gone. It's somewhere.
I will double down on that. I'll say I think you have. Now, that being said,
either way, it looks like Tev is going to have a little bit of a hard time in this scenario. I think they're going to want to check what the rules, the move set is on both sides. But I know Bivers does have a pocket. The Sword Fighter, I don't think he's going to be opting for Falco on this one. So we're going to see how he does against Tev. I feel like this matchup might be a little tricky because Luigi does tend to struggle a little bit with zoners. But all he does need is one interaction, one good grab, and he can get a lot of Dimagios on the opponent. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Really got nothing else to say about that. I'm not gonna lie. Tev's appeal is just reaching me through all these miles away. I can kind of understand what everybody in chat was saying last time and the week before that. I understand Tev's allure. He's the one and only, Sean.
He's the one and only. There's no one. We truly won't be blessed with another person like Tev ever, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. With that being said, though, what's going on? What do you think's happening? They like striking stages, maybe doing a little bit of a lag test.
It's actually looking like we have a Mii Sword Fighter, and they have to disclose their moveset.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we had this. So last time we had a Mii Brawler, and oh my goodness, what an incident! Who was it that wanted to know? Which school wanted to know what moveset was going to be Brawler?
Georgetown was fighting another school. I forgot what school it was. I'll look it up right now. It was Niagara, actually. And they asked what the move set was for, I believe, Georgie's brawler. And Georgie was like, I bought this Switch used. I've literally just been using this Mii that has been on the Switch since I've gotten it. And he didn't know what the move
He didn't know. He just straight up.
He just straight up just didn't know what the moveset was.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, though, we're hopping into it. Got Bivers versus Tev right here. Tev had a good showing last week, I believe. From what I recall, I forgot who he beat. I believe it was a Fox player. But now he's going to be faced with a bit of a challenge here, and Bivers is.
Sean, do my eyes deceive me?
Oh my god!
No. No. I said that just before it happened. No, not again. I can't do this anymore, man. I am balding.
The game.
I am
Tev's
so
gameplay. Angry. Tev's gameplay was so godlike that they didn't want us to watch it because it would have changed the way we view the game fundamentally.
Oh my god!
So now Bivers is the only person who's going to be allowed to see that gameplay.
I was about to say, do my eyes deceive me? This looks playable. Man, I hate it here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't stand it here.
We do have a small update, which is at the very least, they're saying the match itself isn't lagging. We just got DC'd for some reason.
Yeah, no, this happened before where the game kind of skips a beat a little bit. For whatever reason, we don't interact with Niagara well at all for some reason in terms of connection.
And this is good because it means like Tev's match is going well.
Let's go, Tev.
Yeah, Tev actually has like plot armor built into him.
Yeah,
true. Man.
His reputation literally precedes him.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's really nothing. I don't know. Like, you have to be the best commentator in the business to like come up with words at this juncture, like to be able to stall for this long.
I was about to say like we've already like stalled for.
We have ran this gauntlet twice already. How much more do you want me to say? Oh man, we're gonna see what happens after this one. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens after this one. All right. Tev might do some Luigi stuff, and Bivers might do some Mii Sword Fighter stuff. You know, that's pretty much it. Just look at the chat; they're updating the match right there. I don't know what else to say.
We could talk about Pokemon cards. That's always a nice conversation topic, and about how I spend too much money on things that will never give me a financial return. But that's
right now, Tev is winning. Tev is winning right now.
Tev is winning.
That's what we're seeing.
I mean, it's Tev.
Definitely casters with bad lag if it isn't canceling out the game. That's not how that works.
Yeah, facts. Our internet is so bad.
That's not how it works.
Despite us not like, being in the arena, our lag is so bad that it just.
This one is Smash's fault because it sometimes just desyncs. If all the connections don't line up, Smash just says, "Hey, I give up. You guys are gonna have to go up a creek." So it is what it is.
So I kind of feel like a fool. I just bought a Starbucks drink on Uber Eats. And if you know anything about that, you know that you're going to be spending too much money. Music to my ears. I just heard the game finish. So presumably Tev won because of the chat and not because of or anything.
All right, it's looking like Tev won by 1 stock that match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Good stuff to Tev there. At least the connection was ironed out this time around.
I don't know why we got booted, but we sure did.
This leads me to believe I feel like Niagara University has players. I mean, they're all using their own switches, which means the connection just by nature will be varying, and they're all playing from either their home or their dorm. Siena has always been on one switch, so yeah, that's probably the reason for the connection discrepancy. Either way, Tev almost taking the lead right here, I believe. Yeah, 1 point differential between both schools. So Siena, I think this was the right call. They led off with Waffle and Zoroi, who are 2 pretty strong players. Niagara's strongest player has already been taken out, but Darkhat managed to get some points on the board given the unfortunate connection. And Tev also now getting a school on the board as well. I think saving Knight and Pongo are perfect for Siena College to make this comeback if Tev does manage to take this set. There's also a new player on Niagara's roster I'm not familiar with, Ost117, so I want to see what he's capable of.
That'd be exciting. I really do hope we end up getting to see it. That being said, guys, this is already looking like a game that we can look at and we can talk about. So Tev already doing some Luigi stuff, able to get the grab. I like the way that they're using down tilt to extend stuff, especially out of up tilt. And at the ledge, people don't talk enough about Luigi's down tilt. That move is just
that move, I believe, is frame 2 or 3. I think it's really quick from what I recall. Oh, no, maybe it's -2. Either way, that move is like dummy quick. It's really good for 2 framing, really good for catching recoveries.
Not even just that, you know, it's like a really quick little pokey tool that like sets up into tech chases at mid% that people really don't expect. So you get jab locked up B. Wow, fantastic punish out of shield. Just recognizing how negative on shield you know, somebody multi-jabbing you is. You should ideally always have those kinds of punishes ready. Tev's punish games are really kind of looking hot right now.
Yeah, he's looking mighty crispy. You know, he's getting all these extensions using fair into nair afterwards. It's Bivver's not really opting to get any like combos or anything like that. I like the laser usage right there. He has to just do more about Tev off stage, going all the way off, and oh my god, the magnet hands!
Oh my goodness!
Holy moly!
That was just barely. I can't believe he made that one back.
I thought Bivers was dead.
Committed so deep.
I thought Bivers was done. Yeah, so we should see some lasers right here from Bivers, trying to get the ledge. Okay, no invincibility left, but great mix-up right there by Tev.
Yeah. Wow, Bivers was just like ready to like punish that instinctually as soon as they saw somebody whiff something like that. But that was actually quite the bait. I thought that was really smart. You know, they've had the right idea for going for the jab there, just to be able to cover after the spot dodge. But unfortunately, they didn't commit to the jab long enough. They released it and then they just got hit.
When you're playing against Luigi, you have to make sure your combo is true, and you have to be willing to expect the 50-50 of whether he's going to mash down B or not.
And if he mashes, you could explode him for it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, it does have a win box on it, and it can clank pretty well. But if you catch him doing it, like, there is a good amount of end lag on the move that you can punish. So Tev now going in on Bivers, just like that first stock pretty much meaning nothing. Ooh.
I had a good idea trying to go through that up B, but just barely misspacing themselves. Right now, I just feel like Bivers are just struggling so hard to initiate. They just look uncomfortable overall. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was scary. We could have seen another up smash right there.
Yeah, and I like these really deep recoveries, just sort of like waiting to see what
Bivers does. That was so good.
It was good, yeah. But that mistech is tough.
Yeah, so the way that Falco's up B works is it's a more consistent multi-hit where Fox's is just like one really powerful single hit, I believe. So we'll drag you along with them, so it can kind of hard to predict when you will have to stage spike. It's very, very important that you, as Luigi, you don't go off stage without a jump, because Luigi's recovery, while being pretty good, without a jump, it's nigh useless unless he's in like the greatest position possible.
I'm really liking some of this patience at ledge coming from Bivers.
Yo!
Super deep, but they still have that jump. Are they going to be able to make it? Yo! Fantastic punish. Yo! That was godlike. That was so good. That was just solid, clean play, man. That was just solid. Those are the kinds of edge guards you really need to be getting on Luigi. You can't let him get away with that. And wow, he just killed it. Cleaned that up so quick.
Bivers with the reverse 3-stock right there on Tev. Like that, just like it's always risky to go off stage against Luigi just because side B can poke pretty hard if your hitbox isn't good enough. But the trade was super favorable there, and Bivers like capitalized super well on that one. So yeah, gonna be dragging that back for Siena just a little bit, not letting Tev break away with the lead. For too long. So we got ourselves a game here, Dara.
And the reality is, this is how games against Luigi should ideally look like if somebody's not mixing up the recovery, because Luigi, his biggest weakness about his play is the fact that, you know, the way that he gets back to stage is extremely linear, it's extremely predictable and extremely exploitable, right? And so if you're not going to be going off stage and punishing, no matter which character you are, you're just going to be resetting the situation, letting Luigi get back on, letting him grab you. You know, you don't want to be boxing with Luigi on stage. You ideally want to be throwing him off. That's where you're in a clear, like, advantageous position relative to him. And I just think Bivers did a good job of playing solid. playing, just like capitalizing on Luigi's biggest weakness, and really showed what every Luigi matchup could look like.
I feel like in comparison to the other Spaceys, Falco definitely has like a bit of an easier time, just given how many multi-hits he has with his aerials and how well they poke and stuff like that. So he's just as much of a threat on stage, or rather off stage, as on stage. But I think, I don't know what's going on here, because that was just one game. That wasn't the set. Plus, Siena has also been on the same Switch the entire time. I really don't know what the plan is here.
Yeah, I'm afraid that neither do I. So both of us are equally in the dark about this.
As we should be. Just kidding.
Just one and done. That's the one and done. That's the elite smash. Sticking in. Like, okay, man, GG's. See ya. Points. I don't know about that.
Tev, like, Bivers took the game, but he was like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Like, my bad, Tev.
My bad. I apologize.
So yeah, we're gonna be seeing it pretty soon. I don't know what's going on here with Siena. Maybe they're changing like their in-game tag or something like that.
Yeah.
Whew.
I suppose only time will tell. I am really embarrassed sitting here because I have an Uber Eats from Starbucks coming in, and I paid way too much for one beverage.
It do be like that.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
It is Starbucks, so I mean,
no, Sean. I'm paying almost twice as much because of delivery fees.
Oh. Also, pardon the banging. I swear to God, someone's not getting beaten to death in my household. My dad is just doing work upstairs. We have very thin ceilings in this household, so if you hear banging, I promise nobody's getting murdered inside my house. It's just my dad knocking down stuff.
You know, Sean, that's exactly what somebody who had somebody into the house getting murdered would say.
You know what? I can confirm nor deny that someone is getting beaten to death in my house right now.
All right. Well, you're gonna tell me that doesn't sound sus?
I've been locked in this room for an hour, Dar. I don't know what the outside world is like. I've been locked in here casting collegiate Smash Brothers for everyone's viewing pleasure.
Casting? We've been trying to, man. That was like the first good game we got.
I mean, you know, it's when you listen to like a baseball game on the radio, like it's that type of deal today. We're on that type beat.
Alrighty. And speaking on that, you know, I don't have a transition. Game number 3, Bivers and Tab. Gonna be taking 2FD. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good stage for Luigi, especially against the Spacey.
Oh,
because that's it.
No.
Bye bye. See ya. This sucks.
Oh,
I have so
man.
much fun.
So we only got to see Bivers' W. I think that's the only set we've been able to watch in full today.
And it wasn't even Tev winning.
Or the only game. Yeah, it wasn't even Tev winning.
Man.
If my theory is correct, though, Tev will take this game because Tev has won only off screen.
Yes, and also Tev is Tev.
Tev needs privacy. He's camera shy, maybe. Maybe Tev's a little camera shy.
He's, you know, he's just a little bit soft.
This is just disrespectful, right now. So yeah, with that, we've got 2 more sets left. Praying for the connection to be good enough on all ends to come through.
Yeah.
We'll be having Knight versus Fiction, which I believe will be Shulk versus Falco. And then after that, we'll have Pango versus Ost 117. I think that will be, I believe, Game & Watch against. Although Pango's Steve was also doing some work earlier in the couple of the earlier weeks as well. But yeah, we will see what happens at this juncture. But for now, we are just gracing you with our beautiful faces.
It's us. We're the beautiful faces.
You can see I have not made my bed today, and I have a whole bunch of junk food in the back over there.
That is clean laundry that's been sitting there for a week and a half that I have yet to fold. And that is a bag from FYE because I went and I bought myself a One Piece figure this weekend because we might as well do a little show and tell.
Yeah, why not?
Time, right? So this is Crocodile from One Piece.
Oh, wow.
And I bought a figure and it's really cool. And he controls sand and stuff. And it's got like all these little effects and stuff. And it's amazing. And it's great. And he's cool. Look at him go.
Is One Piece worth the watch?
Nope. No, it's the manga. It's worth read. Go do yourself a favor.
Isn't
and
it
go
like
get
OD
yourself the
long
One
though?
Piece manga. Yes, it is OD long, but you know what, Sean? It gives you something to do. Okay, it's a journey.
I have a lot
But
of things.
oh boy, the anime, the antithesis of Poggers. I've got to tell you, it is not worth it, friend. The anime is just tough. Oh, buddy,
All right, so I'll do some show and tell as well.
Ooh, top source. What you got going on? Let me hype you up.
So, I went to the mall recently,
Amazing.
and I got there was this store called Flying Tiger, and they were closing, so they were selling things for everything in the store was 50 cents. And if you know anything about the mall on Long Island, or Roosevelt Mall on Long Island, you'll know that everything there is OD expensive. There's not a cheap store to go there. So when you see a store that is like bootleg IKEA, selling things for 50 cents, a bunch of little knickknacks, you tend to pick some stuff up. So I got this little board game right here. It is called Board Flipper Spill, aka desktop pinball game. And you know, it is how it looks. You know, you got the little lever right here. The ball goes, you know, here. You pull the lever, it shoots into the little rings over here, and you see how many points you can score with it. So I tried this out for about 5 minutes and realized that you have to do it gently. If you do it really hard, the ball just goes flying, and this could be used as a weapon of sorts, potentially.
Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing, Sean. That sounds exciting.
I hope you all enjoyed my board flipper spill. And there we go.
Well,
But Siena taking it with one stock over Niagara. So Tev is unfortunately going to fall. Hopefully the Simps will be able to pick up his spirit after all this. But Devers tightening it up really nicely.
Tev knew that Tev saw in the future that he was going to lose today and just didn't want us to see that happen. He didn't want us to see our hero get crushed. You know, it was all out of consideration for his fans. Tev looks out for us, even in the end.
He does. Bless his soul.
God bless Tev.
But we do have 2 more sets lined up for this block right here. We're seeing Pango and Ost 117. I'm very, very excited to see Ost play because he's a character or player on this roster that I am not familiar with.
Yeah, neither am I. Or perhaps we did see him and his tag is just not sticking out to us.
I don't think so, because usually we would see Tin Can here at this point, who is the Ike player from Niagara. But we'll see what Ost is capable of here as well. But Pango is definitely one of the harder people to face off against on the roster of Siena. Right now, Siena do be breaking into a lead here. We got a 10-5 lead right now from Siena College. So.
And
pretty good.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Well, actually, it's just pretty good. I wish we were looking. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, stalling for this long, it's tough. It ain't easy.
You know what? We're just having a good time, honestly.
We're just having a good time. This is just you just hopped into a Discord voice call between Dollar MGar and Fang. And speaking of, if you aren't already, you should be following Fang on Twitter.
You can if you want.
Fan9us. You know, and you could also be following Fang on Fang Plays on YouTube and Fan9us on Twitch.
Yeah,
Fang
I just posted a video about where I rate some Smash merch.
Nice.
So if you enjoy like
Hype that.
Ludwig, Best Ness, Panda Global, or Space stuff, like definitely take a look at that.
Yeah, I want some Space stuff. I want fashionable gamer merch for myself. You know?
You should watch that video.
So like,
Watch that video.
Speaking of fashionable gamer merch, I got this at Spencer's.
Oh, you went to Spencer's?
Yeah. Why you sound so surprised by that?
Spencer's is like
Great.
Hot Topics, like little brother.
What do you mean Hot Topics, little brother? It's the older brother. It's Hot Topic, but a little bit more. It's a little bit more hardcore. Anyways, okay. I got this Doki Doki Literature Club shirt.
That's Natsuki. I didn't even realize.
It's Natsuki.
Oh, I love Natsuki. Great. I have a shirt too, actually, of Natsuki.
Nice. Doki Doki Literature Club is sick.
Great game. I want to cop. I have a Natsuki and Yuri shirt. I want to get Sayuri and Monica shirt as well.
Spencer's has a really good Monica one too, so
I'm gonna get them off of oh god, what's it called? I forgot the name of the website.
Oh, is there like an official website for it?
Yeah, so they were selling merch through this thing. I forgot what the hell it's called. It's like Neko something or whatever. It's like some weeb site.
That sounds exciting. I'd be down to go check that site out. I love Doki Doki. Man, the first time I played through it, I went through it, man. I was going through it.
Oh, I just Googled it. I see the Spencer shirts you're talking about. Oh, they have a cool hoodie that has like the title of everything on it. That's cute. Oh, Omocat. Sorry, Omocat. Omocat has some great Doki Doki Literature Club attire as well.
Well,
So,
thank
yeah.
you for letting me know. That's much appreciated.
Yeah.
And just like that, we're gonna be jumping into
Ooh.
Pango and Ost. Game number 1, gonna be Game and Watching Robin. Hopefully this connection's okay.
So Austin's apparently on the Rocket League team, so this man is definitely used to some tactics, some mid-game tactics. Because in Rocket League, you gotta be quite flexible in order to score those goals and assist your boys. But Pango going with this tried and true Game & Watch. This matchup I feel like can be a little rough.com, given if Robin does manage to get an arc fire on Game & Watch, there will be a lot of damage and potentially a pretty early kill set up there. But Game & Watch does have that reflector built into his kit, plus being very low to the ground. It can be quite difficult at times.
Yeah, absolutely. And a really, really nice follow-up out of the arc fire, just able to tack on a good little bit of damage, just sort of sitting there and waiting for the bucket, but Ost playing the 5th dimensional chess with that one, flipping the arc fire intentionally. They saw it coming.
Wow, Ost is looking really good so far. I gotta say, like, doing everything correctly with Robin, just getting the arc fire into their combo tool. And using the 11 sword to the best of their ability. Excellent snipe right there with the Elf Under.
No punish on that down smash at the ledge there. Now, granted, the sword would have covered them from get-up attack maybe, but wow, Ost is just looking so comfortable in this right now. They're just like able to pile on that damage, unfortunately missing up the arc fire follow-ups there.
Oh boy. And yeah, Ost looking very clean just thus far. Wow, excellent Nosferatu right there on the shield. Yeah, perfect. Why not get some health off the opponent while you can? And they're looking very, very good. I feel like Niagara should have had this player on their roster beforehand, because they're putting in mad work on one of Siena's best players right now. Ooh, and they're going for the wow. Ost is going in. We are seeing it right here, though. Pango just trying to get that bucket filled up to maximum capacity. I know that the multipliers on how far it sends you are different depending on what Game & Watch does absorb. But I think Ost is doing a good job of not filling it right now. I think it's super important to be wary of that tool Game & Watch has. And also their tome management has been pretty good. They haven't really been finding themselves in scary situations where they're out of a tome when they really, really need it. That being said, going to be catching the up smash right there from Pango. And we definitely got ourselves a little bit more even of a game now. Game & Watch does have these crazy combos that he can dispense at a moment's notice to really tack on the damage and keep the opponent at a disadvantage quite nicely. And the bucket is going to be filled up, so I believe like jab or something else will... the hitbox on it is pretty big. I think Game & Watch also retains it in between stocks, if I recall correctly. But Ost managing to link that stock off super duper nicely right there, wasting the bucket almost. I think they were trying to anticipate an approach on Ost's part right there, but that is going to cost them a bit of damage and some knockback right there too. That move is pretty good at equalizing. Great jab. Yeah, that jab lasts forever. You might as well go make some popcorn or do your taxes while you're stuck in that jab, because that thing lasts forever. Oh, and the equalizer right there from Pango. Yeah, really good stuff right there. No, we're seeing a little bit of a percent deficit right there, but Pango made that up in spades right there with that down smash to F smash. Ost trying to be really, really careful. He knows you have to play around Game & Watch's shield very, very carefully, because he does have really good quick out of shield options to hit you with. And Robin is just, she's a mage, so she wants to keep you at range when she can. But yeah, but these arc fires into nairs right now by Ost looking really, really good. Oh my god, they went for it. I cannot believe it. Yeah, why not? When your back is against the wall, definitely take the road less traveled in terms of using that side B.
And they had quite the lead on that tech out, but I'm really upset to say no follow-up.
Ooh, god. All right, they gotta be very, very careful with how they make it back to stage. This is a free down smash right here. Not gonna get the sweet spot, that the back air coming out.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be the stock. Where was the DI, Dara?
Oh my
Where
god.
was the DI? That was a disaster right there.
Sean, that I'm actually a little bit stunned. I really wish we had the replay on deck for that one.
Honestly.
What happened?
Pango happened. Pango did it. Pango cleaned it up. What looked like a very, very difficult game to surmount turned pretty even really quickly. Pango just clutching it out right there with that back air. I don't know what Aust was doing right there with their DI, because I don't think that should have killed at that juncture. Even the kill scream didn't come up, so I don't think there was anticipation. But still, Aust, I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. Like, my man knew definitely what to do with Robin. I think their combo game could have been a little more tightened up, but like for a brand new player that we haven't seen from Niagara before, who apparently is on the Rocket League team, like my man's looking good. My man's looking good out there. You know, Pango's definitely not an easy person to make sweat at all. So we're gonna be seeing this game 2. What's gonna happen? What the stage counter pick is going to be at this juncture? But yeah, Aust bringing in a wild card thing.
Yeah, unfortunately,
wild
I
card
missed most of the game. So, in the beginning, at least, I saw that like Pango was running into a lot of these arc fires. I feel like they weren't like sort of baiting them out and punishing them. They were just kind of getting hit in neutral by arc fire. So how did Pango do later on in the set?
Pango definitely tightened it up quite a bit later on, I gotta say. They started to use, the good stuff from Game & Watch, like the smash attacks with down smash. Managed to hit a great down smash to F smash to really equalize the game right there. Their combo game was looking pretty good. I dig it. Yeah, not really much more I could say about that other than really solid play by Pango. Just like didn't get caught out by arc fire. Tightened up their neutral a little bit. Punish game was really, really good. We're big chilling. We're big chilling.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just still like kind of thinking about that DI a little bit. I don't know what to make of that. I guess like sometimes, I feel like even if you didn't DI that back air correctly, you could have at least like tried to hold in to decrease your acceleration.
For real, dunktastic. I don't think I saw a single dunk that game, to be honest.
I don't think that's quite dunktastic of them, then. That's okay. That's fine. Not upset. With that being said, game 2, Pango actually going to be switching off to the Steve. That's what I remember Pango for, not particularly the Game & Watch.
Oh my, okay, yeah, so this is another very strong character we saw from Pango last time. And I'm all here for it, to be fair. That being said, Steve, not as tiny as Game & Watch, so he will be getting clipped a lot by these arc fires based on the arc they sent. Steve doesn't really have like a tumble or fold animation. My man stays upright the entire time, but oh no, yeah.
No.
Robin's air dodge being quite a far one, and in turn with that, the trade-off there being lots of end lag. So that's going to be a very, very early lead for Pango at this point.
Yeah, that's exactly what Pango wants to do. Pango, unfortunately, not being able to convert off of the up tilt there. They weren't expecting that last one to connect, so they just backed off immediately. They baited out the air dodge, but unfortunately...
Oh, no! Wow.
They went for it, but, really smart high recovery there from Aust. Just making sure they're not going to be pineappling anytime soon.
All right, though. Pango, yeah, looking way more confident this game in comparison to last game. Steve does offer, it's still pretty, newish character. I think he's only been around for like maybe a month or maybe a little less than that at this point. A couple weeks at this point, but people have started to optimize him a little bit as he goes. And he's quite different, I feel like, in terms of neutral to a lot of the characters in the game, given that he has moves that can literally prevent you from traversing the stage. And that his game plan is to build up those resources so he can help himself as much as he can. That being said, that excellent back air being snuck in from Aust right there.
That was just like a beautiful whip punish. Just spaced themselves correctly. We were able to get the stock off of it, though. I love that jump in, though. They baited the low recovery, but instead of going back onto stage and going like a 2-frame or regular ledge trap, they just went with an up B. Kind of feel like that was a misplay from Aust.
Yeah, I think you're right there, just a little bit. That being said, though, we are about to get kicked out of the game again.
Fantastic.
It do, in fact, be like that. So we are going to get booted from our viewing pleasure once more again. But if Pango can tighten this up, that will be solidifying Siena's lead that much more. Ost kind of got game one stolen from him a little bit. So, but Pango could be putting an early end to the set right here. Still, I got to stay really good showing from him thus far. Like being a new player, someone who isn't typically participating in these things. My man looks very, very solid. So the last set of the night we will be getting is Knight versus Fiction. So it's probably gonna be Shulk versus Falco. It's pretty much Niagara University's last chance to really bring this crew battle back into their favor. They do have one more week to play with after this. I don't know what school they'll be facing off then, but yeah, that's probably what we're gonna be seeing. And after this block, I believe up next we'll be seeing St. John's versus Manhattan College. We haven't really seen a lot of Manhattan College. I think they've been mostly on the other stream. We did see them one time. We've seen St. John's a fair amount, though. And I believe they have a new player on their roster whose tag is Mr. Saturn. I think he's being subbed out for J Grunt at this juncture. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, thank you guys for joining us here today on EGF SSBU. We also have the other stream, in case you want to watch those matches as well, at official EGF on twitch.tv. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. And it looks like Pango is going to be taking that over Ost. I don't know what the stock differential is right there, but that is going to be at least... okay, so it was a one stock victory right there. So we're going to be seeing another 4 points being tacked on to Siena College. This is, I believe that's the game, actually. I feel like, right.
Well, no, there's like what, 2? Oh, no, there's only one more set ahead.
Yeah, that's it. 8 points will not be enough to close the gap. So Siena College, with that win from Pango, really clutching it out right there. Not really much Fiction can do at this point other than play for points, but Knight can also play to extend their lead as well. So,
but of course, you're playing for points here. It's not just about winning the game or winning the match. It's about accumulating as many points as possible.
That's right.
So Niagara University, they're still in this. They still have incentive to fight. They still have incentive to keep on going. And with that being said, gamers, have an exciting announcement. My overpriced Starbucks drink is here. Delicious. Just the way the mama used to make it.
But yeah. So, an unfortunate end right there to Niagara's run. They did start off quite promisingly with Dark Cat, really. But I think once Tev kind of lost control, I feel like that was kind of the curtains for them. Siena just kind of kept dominating. And Mbrock, too. Mbrock not even putting a point on the board this time, and he's usually their best player, or like one of the best players there. So, be a bit of a weakness we're seeing from Niagara University this week. But Siena managing to hold it really, really tightly. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes, baby. That's how it really be sometimes. Yeah, but again, like both of these schools, like on a good day when their connections are nice and spicy, they're definitely some of the biggest competitors, some of the biggest menaces that we do have in the season, right? So I would have liked to see how the games would have transpired had online not been a factor. But such is the reality that we live in. Unfortunately, there is no getting around that. Sean, what is your go-to Starbucks drink and why? And what does it mean to you?
So I usually get, if I'm not getting a hot drink, if I'm getting a cold drink, I usually get a dragonberry lemonade drink. It's a refresher. It's really, really good. Or dragon fruit. Sorry, not dragonberry. I get a dragon fruit refresher with lemonade. It is very, very refreshing. Dragon fruit is super duper tasty as well. If I'm getting a hot drink, I don't drink coffee, so I typically get white hot chocolate or just regular hot chocolate. That's pretty soothing for me. But yeah, that's my Starbucks go-to. I don't tend to go to Starbucks too much unless I'm hanging out with my girlfriend or something like that, because she is basic and likes Starbucks quite a bit. But yeah.
You know what, Sean? I'm a little bit basic too, okay?
It's okay to be basic. It's okay to be a basic.
My order
basic
is a
chick.
really simple one. I have a really simple order, but I feel like it's really effective. This is the largest size black tea with heavy cream in it. And it's actually an obscene amount of heavy cream. It's about the equivalent of drinking half a stick of butter.
Jesus Christ.
And it's really great because I feel like the fattiness of the heavy cream just really helps sort of carry a lot of the aromatic notes of the tea that are fat soluble. I think if you add sugar to your tea, you are a menace to society because all you like to do is cover up your expensive leaves. But that's okay. That's fine. I don't judge.
Yeah. Get what you want. Get what makes you happy. Get what you want.
I mean, there's like the right thing sometimes to get.
You could be my college roommates and drink Monster Energy like every single day and just inject into their veins essentially because they would drink a lot of energy drinks every single day and they would just be cans everywhere and I was just like, you guys are destroying your body slowly. If you dabble with Starbucks every now and again, no problem with it. Do what you got to do. Drink what you like to drink if that keeps you energized for the day. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. 100%. Yeah, and we're just like waiting for the final match to come in. So I just wanted to say, guys, this is probably going to be the last match. Is that the?
Do you hear that?
Yeah. Is that the person?
It's like right over my head. If I get killed, mid cast by debris falling on my head and my ceiling caving in, at least I died going out doing what I loved, which is talking about this video game.
Let's talk about what we got in front of us, Sean. We got Fiction from Niagara University up against Knight from Siena. Knight, boy oh boy, loves their speed art.
Oh yeah,
they're pressing them buttons.
I don't blame him. If I was playing Shulk, I would probably opt for the speed art a lot too because you just get to go super fast, swing your big sword really, really quickly, attack on some early damage. That being said, Fiction really not falling for it early on. Fiction is also, I believe, one of the top players from Niagara University as well. So we're gonna be seeing hopefully some good stuff from him as well. This matchup, I feel like once Falco gets in, it's pretty relatively easy for him to get his combos started up and do a lot of damage. But if the Shulk is playing hyper defensive, I feel like it can be a lot harder for them to get a lot of work done.
That's true. And what a follow-up from that side. Just going through the dash attack, not even like a strong kitty either. This is like okay.
Oh my god. It's just the most chaotic one. First of all, I hear the debris literally hitting the floor from upstairs. So I think something bad is gonna happen to me. And we can't even watch a match.
Oh my man.
Oh, I'm broken. I can't do it anymore.
I will say, the entirety of today feels like, Sean, we've been on the mic for an hour.
This is a fever dream at this point. Holy moly.
We've been on the mic for an hour and a half.
Dill, do you have anything to say to this?
I'm just as disappointed as you guys. Usually muted. There's a lot of no. So no comment really.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna die. This is bad. Should I put my mic up so you guys can hear the debris?
So back to Twitch commentary.
Is this better or worse? Is this better or worse than just a full forfeit from a team?
I feel like this is worse because we have the it's like every gamer hope gets like revitalized to like we could potentially see some awesome Smash Bros action. But then it's quickly ripped away from us, and we have to experience the disappointment once again of not being able to watch.
Isn't it
so
better
it's just
to have hoped and lost than to never have hoped at all?
I think you're talking about love.
Yeah.
No.
I think love goes in right there.
No, because think about it this way. Think about it this way. If you build up hope, now we're getting a little philosophical with it. You build up hope. And then you lose that hope, you feel less than before because you know that you lost something. But if you never had hope to begin with, then you're still at that starting note.
Then what are we living for, What are we living for at that point if we don't feel? If we don't... Smash is a journey like that as well, You do have your ups, you do have your downs, You've got losses and W's, We
live for, Sean? We live for heavy cream and iced tea. Cheers.
My dad really had to decide to do this side of the ceiling or this side of the room at this exact moment. I apologize to Chad as well.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. This is like we're all in like a little bit of an
Can't be helped.
anti-pog predicament here. In the meantime, I could flex some of my emotes
You
that I
could.
have.
You could do that. I'll flex some of mine as well. Why
This
not?
is my favorite. That's my personal pog.
Here are
If you
my
haven't
emotes that I have on my channel, twitch.tv/fan9s. You can get them by subscribing to me, or if someone gifts you a sub. Here are all mine. I've got a pretty Isabel themed channel.
Mhm.
As you
So
can
if you
see.
if you subby wubby to us, you could,
That's right.
you know, and also it's a fantastic emotes, as well as the House of
What's
2000.
Puka? What's Puka?
What's Puka? I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you asked. So that comes from Dig Dug, one of the best arcade games known to man. I think Dig Dug is fantastic. I love Dig Dug. I played so much Dig Dug. He's one of the enemies. You can find him in the Smash Run game mode. He's one of the enemies there too. And basically, it's great because he just inflates and explodes, and that's all he does. But yeah, I really like Puka and everything Dig Dug related. So
I didn't
if
know that.
anybody wants to talk to me about that at some point,
Do you have the same emote artist for all your emotes?
yeah, that was Kath.
That's
did
Kath.
mine.
Okay, the good Kath. Or Vel. I
Something
can't.
Fire Emblem
I
speak.
can't pronounce it. It's like a Fire Emblem spell. I know that much. But
Vethu Folner, something
Ruther
along.
Fulner, yeah, something like that. But yeah, she's a very good artist.
Fantastic emote artist, yeah. Gonna probably get more at some point whenever I got those slots unlocked. How do you get more slots unlocked? Talk to me.
So you get more sub points by getting. So if you do subscribe to, if I believe it's like 15 is your first one, then 25 is your second one, then 35, and then maybe 50, and then so on and so forth from up there.
Interesting.
I've seen streamers with like over 20 plus emotes. So Niagara about to come back. Unfortunately they can't. I think the point differential is too great at this point, especially since Knight did take that game one. I don't think Fiction has any chance. In fact, there's zero mathematical chance.
I have no hope we're even going to be able to see this game.
Fiction might be able to win the set. I can see that. He definitely can't win the crew battle though. The war has been lost, but the battle still rages on.
And just like that, once again, opening up with the speed, just being able to go back on 24%, you got to be ready for those buttons because, boy, oh boy, they can be intimidating and a fantastic grab out of shield. Sometimes, like, I feel like people don't punish that when they really should be. That move was designed to be negative on shield. Just grab it, please. It's easy. Oh my god, that was almost it. But overcommits, it goes a little bit too deep, but still is able to perpetuate this edge guard with the upbeat. Oh my god. I was about to say they need one really good hit, but at this point, not at all.
Yeah, Shulk can be tough to recover against, especially if you're playing a spacey, just because Shulk has so much range with his sword. Like, he can really cover a multitude of options just by doing fair. Nair's really good at catching behind him as well. Like, this character has it all, pretty much. In terms of defensive play, he's stellar. He can even be a little bit aggressive at times, too. He's just such a good character. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how good Shulk is.
Yeah, you ever like sit down, look at the top two, and be like, "Damn, I really wish that was me right now."
Yeah.
After if we a little bit of stage control, almost gets that soft, but a little bit too slow on the falling forward. Fiction tries to extend that combo with those up tilts, but good luck trying to combo Shulk and shield out.
Yeah, for real. It can be quite hard. Oh boy. That being said, though, Fiction's still trying to put up somewhat of a fight. It's just so hard. You can't really be dropping any of your combos right there. Excellent dare through the ledge right there from Knight. Yeah, this is looking pretty much like a wrap.
I hate that.
I'd say.
I hate that entire interaction. I hated everything that just happened. It sat there, charged up smash when it wouldn't have hit Shulk at all, mind you. Spot dodge and got away with it. I am mauling. I am mauling.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it can be a little hard. That being said, Fiction starting to come alive a little bit with the jab reset into side B. That was crazy.
Jab reset from across the stage with laser into side B. That was kind of hot. I think that was kind of hot. But you know what? A lot of these side Bs are neutral. I feel like Fiction has been kind of blown up for them. You know, Knight just kind of has to punish for it each time.
You are seeing a little something right here, though. Fiction just trying. It can also be very hard to get in Shulk. If you tend to overcommit mid range, he can really blow you up for it if you whiff your move. and he can jump backwards at a moment's notice. We will be disconnecting once again from the game, but honestly, it's at the end of it, so we did get to see a good amount of it at that juncture.
Pain. So I will now be window shopping on OmoCat and buying the cute clothes.
They got a lot of cool stuff there. I think it'd be very your style as well.
What's my style, Sean? Say it.
Goth.
Nerdy. That's what you're gonna say.
Anime lover. Weeb.
That's exactly what you're gonna say.
E-girl.
You weren't gonna bully me. Girl? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Unfortunately, have to step out for just a moment. Nature is calling, so we'll be right back.
Sounds good, Sean. I'll keep everybody else entertained. In the meantime,
be right back for this next set.
So if anybody, so I don't know why OBS Ninja keeps like messing up my camera because it looks just fine on my end. So presumably night one because they were looking pretty confident. But yeah, guys, what's going on? I hope everybody is having a lovely day. I hope everything is going okay with you guys. If not, just remember it always gets better. With that being said, Siena College is going to be taking it 20-5 over Niagara University. That's kind of a sweet buddy. They kind of bodied them a little teeny tiny bit. But that being said, thank you so much to everybody from Siena College and Niagara University that pulled through. You guys are the best. You are the reason that we stream. I do apologize on behalf of Sakurai for the internet or the lack thereof. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody from both of you guys for jumping in here, playing some video games. I think I'll only be seeing you guys maybe one more week, which is next week. And then I think the season's over, which is, it's a bit of a heartbreaker. But I had a wonderful, lovely time with you guys. Yeah, so let's just do like a couple of quick little announcements before we cut to the next school. We'll cut to a break rather. So first and foremost, you should be following at House of 3000. Normally our stream tech would be Devin 3000, but he is now working on the other stream. You can find that at twitch.tv/officialegf. We have their sibling Dill. Hello Dill, I hope you're having a lovely day, who does an amazing job as well. And they're a phenomenal Smash player too. I miss them a bunch. So you should go ahead and follow them at House of 3000 on Twitter. They are responsible for some of the finest Super Smash Bros. Broadcasting and production just about anywhere, not even just in Tri-State. They really do put in a lot of work for the scene, and it does not go unappreciated. So thank you, Dill. Thank you to Devin. Second thing that you should go ahead and do, you should go follow you should be following EGF SSBU. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll drop a quick little follow for the stream. Costs absolutely nothing. Just shows support for EGF and everything that they do. Then you should go ahead and follow my co-caster, Fang at Fan9S. Also, Fang Plays and at Fan9S on twitch.tv. They do fantastic little Smash streams. They play other games, but they're also responsible for the best of player series. They put a lot of time and effort into it, where basically Fang just goes down in the list of all of the different Super Smash Bros. Characters, and talks about which ones are who is the best player of each, and talks about notable results and wins. And he does a lot of research, and he puts a lot of effort into the content. So I highly recommend you go and check that out. That is once again youtube.com/FangPlays. And then third, you really don't have to. You could check me out on twitter.com/DurangoSmash. I post garbage. It's really bad. I post things that vary from DDD crushing, pogs, and then I talk about being an e-girl a lot. That's all I really talk about on my Twitter. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can follow me at DurangoSmash. But normally I would not advise you to do such things. I think that's all of the announcements for today. Dill, do you have any final remarks before we cut to a break?
No, nothing to say. Hopefully all the next matches will be smoother than those that just passed.
I hope so too. I'll see you guys in a little bit for those of you guys that stick around. Bye bye.